Hello everybody, it's my pleasure today to introduce you to the co-curricular plan that Aquinas is about to introduce starting in term 3 this year. So as you know, boys in the middle school currently train on Mondays and Wednesdays and play their fixtures on a Friday, and from next term we're going to change things up a little bit and broaden the choices that are available to all kids in the middle school. So I'm going to present to you a whole lot of options that we're going to go forward with starting next term, which include some sport options, but include also a whole range of other activities they can do within the arts field. And the boys will be asked to make their choices, and as we move into term 3 they can explore a number of different options. All of this information was presented to the boys during their tutor today, so this information is really for the parents so that you have the same information that they received today. So the screen you have in front of you just outlines the way that this program is going to work. On Mondays, boys will have an option to choose from a whole range of options in their co-curricular program. Wednesday will operate as it currently does, with the year 7 to 9 doing their sports training, and then obviously they have their sporting fixtures on a Friday. So to talk about how the sports program is going to work, there is a new option being added into the range of sporting activities that boys can choose on a Monday afternoon, and that is athletic development. And this program will focus on boys' running technique, their speed, power, core strength, and aerobic conditioning. So boys may choose this even for the development of other sports that they're involved with, or as a sort of preparation, I suppose, for the athletics season that will come at the end of term 3. The way that Monday sports trainings will operate is that they will become more skill-based. So boys won't be training in their normal 8As or 8Bs teams as they currently do. It'll be more of a drill-based session with boys in those groups from all different teams. So instead of going to 8As, 8Bs, 8Cs football, for instance, there will just be a football skills session attended by boys from all of those 3 teams, those who wish to continue on with their sports on a Monday. The Wednesday training will just be as it ordinarily is. So normal training in their teams are selected from there and they play their games on Friday. Because of the different nature of the training on a Monday, it's important to point out that selection in teams will not be impacted depending on boys' choices on the Monday. So if a boy goes and chooses an arts-based activity, that is fine. It won't have any negative bearing on his ability to be selected into a team on the Wednesday. So some of the other activities we have available in the arts. We are establishing the Aquinas drumline. We've recently, thanks to the help of the PNF, we've recently secured a 20-piece drumline set out of an American university. So we're really excited about getting this group established. There's no experience needed as a drummer, but we will be having some auditions depending on the number of boys who choose this, and we're looking forward to seeing how this ensemble progresses over the next year or two. We're offering 2 different options within the drama the drama area. One in classical theatre, where boys will have an opportunity to explore and study some of the scenes from some of the great dramatic works. Could be Shakespeare, could be some of the other classic writers. As a group, they'll work on a section of a play and then look at performing that towards the end of the 10-week period. There will also be a musical theatre option. Similar to the classics, they'll choose a scene and work with their teacher in preparing preparing that scene. Singing, dancing, acting, great opportunity to come and be involved in that experience. You don't have to be good at any of those 3 to be able to join this particular activity, but it'll be a lot of fun. In the art area, we are offering 2 different options. One is a Japanese art form called a gyutaku, and it's essentially using fish to create an impression on paper like a stamp. It'll be a fascinating activity for kids to get involved with. And the second offering within art is looking at sculpture using postmodernist ideas as a basis. In media, the media opportunity will be gathering together lots of different skills under the media platform. Boys will be asked to write, film, edit, get to experience what it's like as a journalist, and present that news. And it'll give students a real insight into looking at what's happening around Aquinas and presenting it in a news format. So it's a good opportunity to work on a lot of different skills within the media area. For boys who are instrumental students in particular, the Music Theory Club will be a good option. Often it's difficult to fit in time to do your theory around your performance lesson, and this class will just offer you the time and the opportunity to do that. So boys that are doing instrumental lessons, either here at school or outside, might like to take the Music Theory Club as an opportunity to get some theory done. And we will prepare boys for the AMI-B exams or ABRSM exams if they would prefer through that class throughout the year. Aquinas Dance. Dance is already offered in our junior school and is very, very popular in our junior school, and in recent years has become a really popular part of our Year 9 Odyssey program. And so we're looking at introducing dance more formally into the school. So the dance group will cover over the time of the year a number of different dance styles, working with the boys to see what they wish to do, and over a 10-week period looking at presenting a routine by the end of that. In our technologies department, there's going to be two different options offered. One is in wood routing and the second is in welding. And in both of those skills, the boys will be introduced to a number of the different basic skills and then working on a particular project to produce at the end of the 10-week period. Finally, our final offering for this term is the Photography Club. This particular focus of this club is more on old school photography, I suppose, if you like, using the old analogue cameras, of which we have here some at school, but some boys may have these tucked away at home, and looking at the real skills that you may need as a photographer in looking at proportion, composition, contrast, light, exposure, all of those sort of things that probably we take for granted now using digital cameras, and then learning the skills of how to develop your own photos in the darkroom, etc. So that will then be followed next year by photography on more modern cameras, so that hopefully boys can gain the experience of being a photographer from both angles. The timeline in all of this is we are aiming to start this, or we will be starting this at the beginning of term 3. So as I said at the start of the video, all of the boys received this information today, and this information obviously going out to parents so that everybody is aware of what we are doing. The boys will be sent an online form where they will be asked to select their most preferred options. Depending on the numbers for each of those offerings, we'll then be able to assess which of the courses will be going ahead. Sometimes we might need to run additional classes in some areas. Some may not get the numbers to run at this point in time, but that's okay. We will then be conducting a review of how all of the activities went and how it ran in term 4 before we look to offering our whole co-curricular model as a permanent fixture starting in term 1 next year. My advice to the boys today was, if they're trying to decide between courses, just choose one. For now, it's highly likely that a similar course will be offered next time around as another 10-week option, so they can choose a different option next time. Some of them, though, will be definitely a build-up of skills. So if I take the drumline, for instance, it'll be great to have boys that go into there in first term and build on those skills throughout the year. But that option is there for students to hop in and out of courses as they choose to, and maybe explore lots of the different options that are on offer for them. So we've encouraged all of the boys to talk over the options with yourselves, with their parents and guardians. The forms that we sent out today, we've asked them to be back on Wednesday of this week, and at that point we will collate all the information and then inform everybody as to which course they've been accepted into for next term. Any questions, obviously any arts related questions can come to me, and any sport related questions can come to Mr. Galt. So we really look forward to your son's participation in our new co-curricular program. Obviously any feedback from the parents would be most welcome, but in the meantime we look forward to getting your son's selections back and making preparations for the co-curricular program for next term. Bye for now.